Hello everyone, welcome back to Genesis Lost in Translation. On this episode, I want to talk about this phrase, great creatures. And as usual, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to the Hebrew version. As you see, we're in Genesis 1, verse 21. I'm going to the Hebrew version. This is verse 21. And God created the great. As you already understood, Hebrew is written a little bit different. And so this word, or let's say both these words together, are actually the phrase great creatures. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to go to Google Translate. I'm going to put that in. And what you're going to get is the great crocodile. So let's move the word, the phrase the great, and just leave us with this word, the crocodile. Well, if it's crocodile, why the translation says otherwise? Well, I want to take you to a much different place, to a different book. I'm going to go to Exodus. And I'm going to go to Exodus 4, verse 4, right over here. So Moses reached out and took hold of the snake. Okay? Remember, he threw the staff and the staff became a snake. That's over here. I'm going to go to the Hebrew version. Exodus 4. Sends his hand and hold it. That's over here, sorry. And God says, throw it on the ground, and he threw it on the ground, and it will be a snake. Well, that's the word for snake in Hebrew. And that translation is good. But then we go to Exodus 7, verse 9. Take your staff and throw it down before Pharaoh, and it will become a snake. Exodus 7, verse 9. Aaron's staff becomes a snake. Well, really? Let's go to the Hebrew text. Exodus 7, 9. That's that. And throw it in front of Pharaoh. It will be a what? Is that a snake? Well, no. That's an alligator again. Or a crocodile. It's the same word in Hebrew. I'll take the over here. You can see, marking this word, it will show you down here, alligator or crocodile. In Hebrew, we have one word for that. It's the same for us. So God created the great creatures, which is actually a translation of crocodiles or alligators. And the staff once is called or is said to become a snake, and once it is said that it becomes a crocodile. So, which is it? Well, crocodiles and snake belong to the same family. And that's the point here. That we're talking about reptiles. We're not just talking about great creatures of the sea. But we're talking about great reptiles, and that's the way this word in Genesis 1 should have been translated, not as creatures of the sea, but great reptiles of the sea. Great reptiles. Now that puts in front of us another question. God creates all living creatures, birds, animals, fish. Why would we talk specifically about reptiles? And why this is the first creation mentioned in animals? Why? So God created the great reptile. Why? Well, for me it looks as God tells us, yes, I started with big reptiles, huge reptiles, dinosaurs. I started with that. And then I continued to the rest of the creatures, every living things with which the water teem and that moves about in it, according to their kinds. So, what we're being told here is that all living creatures have started from reptiles, or at least all mammals, birds, and fish started as a variation of a reptile, and that we already know. We already know that from science. Only when reptiles came out of the sea, other creatures started to evolve on land, on dry land. Either way, I have no idea why this is not translated as alligators or crocodiles. So we can see also the difference here. The snake in here, where it actually becomes a crocodile. We have clues all over the scriptures that we can learn from. But when the translation is simply wrong, what did the translator think over here? He thought there is a mistake in the Bible? That it should not be said crocodile? He decided to change it for himself to a snake? Well, that's his interpretation. And he's taking our choice and our ability to learn our own interpretation. Hope you liked it again. And I'll see you in the next videos. Have a wonderful day, guys. Bye bye.